So 10 years, right?
Yeah.
10 years since the last Zombieland came out, and we are back with these characters again: Tallahassee, Columbus, Wichita, and Little Rock. We'll give our first impressions overall, and then get into spoilers.
Sure.
All right.
You want to go? You go. I went first for Ready for the Dark, I think. So you go.
All right, I'll go. I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was funny. I mean, Woody Harrelson's great. What else can you say other than they made good character? They made a good character for him even in the first one, and you're getting that same character. He's, of course, and it's fucking hilarious.
How has it been since you've seen the first one? Because it's been a while for me.
Probably seen it maybe like 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay, yeah, I don't even know that I would be able to say then. I just don't recall.
I remember like there was a time where I wanted to watch it. It's probably about 4 years ago.
I need to watch it. I'd like to watch the first one again.
But we do get introduced to new characters, which is pretty cool. Zoe Deutsch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I said it right. Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's still your overall impressions, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought I really liked her character. But overall, I enjoyed the movie. I don't know if I absolutely loved it, but I enjoyed my time watching this because of the characters.
Okay.
Yeah, but I liked it. I will definitely watch it again when it comes out.
I really liked it, actually. I don't know if that means I liked it more than you, but I actually really liked it. I think for something that, is coming out 10 years later, I think they pretty seamlessly brought us back into this world and in front of these characters where it didn't feel like, oh, this is a money grab, or, oh, we're just doing this just to do it. Mm-hmm. I never felt that throughout this whole thing, that they were just doing this just to do it. And they actually have this set up in such a way where it is something that you feel like you could just revisit because they're living in Zombieland. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it was kind of like we got to catch up with what's been going on with these people. So it didn't feel forced. They didn't hide the fact that it's been 10 years, which would have been kind of annoying. They're not picking up right where they left off. I really liked it, man. I think it's... It was almost better than I feel like it almost had any right to be, because at first you're just kind of like, man, is this really 10 years later? Are they forcing this? But you kind of had to also know that it's they've got all the same fucking people, the writers, the director, all the same people are behind it, actors, all of it. It's they're not going to fuck this up. And I don't think they did. And I mean...
Oh, not at all.
They didn't. I think it's really good.
Yeah. And, because you're coming back 10 years later with them. And you see how much they're, I don't say a lot, but how their dynamic changed, how Columbus and Wichita, how their relationship is, and then the father-daughter relationship with Tallahassee and Little Rock, which was funny because it's been 10 years, she's grown up, and he sees himself as a father figure to her, even though she doesn't see it that way,
right?
Which
I thought was... I don't know that she doesn't see it that way. She's just at that stage where she, doesn't want to deal with any sort of parental figure,
which I thought was kind of sweet. But yeah, I mean, I felt the same way. Maybe, I mean, I liked it. I want to see it again. I'm probably going to buy the double pack when it comes out.
I don't know. I have a feeling that the more you sit on it, you're gonna say that you liked it. I know you haven't said you didn't. No, more. I think you're gonna say you liked it more because I really did like I liked it a lot. I mean, it felt like a proper Zombieland sequel, and again, I think it was almost masterfully done in that they just didn't. I don't know. It didn't feel like a sequel for sequel's sake to me, and. No. Even with the addition of all the other characters that they had in there, none of them stuck around for too long to where they got away from the original dynamic. I was kind of worried with the Zoe Deutsch character. Madison. I was like, oh, God, is she going to be around the whole time? Because I don't know that
I think they knew that They're like she was only good in pieces.
Because I'm like, I don't know that I'm down for that. So I like that they still kept it to the core group, and like all the additions were welcome. They were kind of, I mean, we're hitting spoiler territory a little bit, but like, you know, you've got Thomas Middleditch and Luke Wilson, like Rosario Dawson, like big actors that kind of like they step in and then they step out, and it was done in such like, you know, like, and that doesn't mean that they're barely in the movie, but they gave you just enough of them and then they stepped away and you're with the core group and then they sometimes brought them back in again. I really did think it was really well done. I liked it. I don't know if you were, you know, fearful of saying whether you liked it as much as the first one or more or whatever. I'm not gonna make a statement about any of that one way or the other. I already see you shaking.
I'll make a statement.
I already seen you shaking your head. Yeah, I don't know that I trust your statement though. I think this is. Here I'll say it. I think this is just as good as the first one, and this is coming from someone that hasn't seen the first one in a while.
Well, mine is the same thing.
Okay, well,
I think they're both great. Mm-hmm. I think they go together hand in hand.
Yeah, they really do. Okay, well, I was worried because you're like, I don't know if I liked it. I don't know if I loved it. No. So I was worried. So sorry.
They go hand in hand together. Because I actually almost feel like that time gap is actually perfect for this type of movie.
Mm-hmm. I'm even at a point where I would not even roll my eyes if they announced a Zombieland 3.
Yeah, same.
Because I just think that they have set up a world where they kind of could do that. You know, like, does it need to happen? No. Could they do it? Sure. I mean, it's kind of like with Are You Afraid of the Dark right now. Like, they're setting up this world right now where I would like to see more because I think it's kind of cool. They set it up to where you can kind of come in and out and be like, oh, well, now this is happening to them. I don't know.
No, yeah, definitely. Yeah. And the fact that it's being a big world, you know, the world itself.
Exactly.
They could run into a bunch of other types of characters and celebrities or whatever, you know, that survived Zombieland. Which is, there's a lot they can do with it, which makes sense because it was going to be a television show in itself.
That's
the first one.
That's right. Wait, before after?
Before it made a movie. Before it was a movie, they pitched it as a show.
I thought, was that what it was?
And then it became a movie, and then they tried pitching it as a show again.
Are you sure you don't have that reversed?
I don't think so.
I don't remember, but I could have sworn I thought.
Let us know in the comments.
I thought after the first movie they were talking about making it a show, but I don't know. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter because it was good. It was a lot of fun.
Like you said, different celebrities, different people, different landmarks they can go to. Again, I'm not calling for it. I'm not saying it should happen. I'm just saying I don't know that I'd really. If it's done as well as this one was, I would not have a problem with it whatsoever.
Yeah.
And Rosario Dawson, to me, was a magnificent addition.
She was a great addition to this.
To the cast. And slid right in and fit. It was perfect. That's what she said. So there you go.
Her parking spot.
Our review of Zombieland Double Tap. Slid right in and fit. That's the title of the show this week, I think. Slid right in and fit. Don't let me forget it. I'm titling the show as Slid right in and fit.
Yeah, now get into a little bit more spoilery territory. So if you haven't watched it, click away, put us on mute. Do what you gotta do because we're getting to spoilers in 3, 2, go. Spoiler part that you like or enjoy.
You go. I feel like I think you're ready with something. So I've kind of talked about. Well, I've talked about a lot of what I liked without really getting into specifics. Okay. So.
Yes, I do love the part with Luke Wilson and
Thomas Middleditch.
I thought that was awesome. The way they duplicated the characters.
Yeah.
Was funny, and the way they handled it in the movie, the other characters was just as great as well too.
And what's awesome about it, and again, this is hitting spoiler territory, I was so worried. I'm like, oh, God, are they going to make this group bigger? Like, I don't want that. I'm glad that they died. I'm glad that they turned. You know what I mean? I didn't need them to stick around.
I didn't think they were going to stick around.
I didn't know. I was afraid. I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, what's going to happen? You know what I mean? I didn't necessarily know that they were going to die. You know? That's
I didn't think that either. I just didn't think they were, like...
I'm just glad, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you
mean. Going in, I
was
like, oh, dude, you're not, don't do it.
Okay,
Okay, well, you're special, all right? Congratulations.
I didn't think they were going to die, though.
I didn't know one way or the other whether or not they were going to, like, be a part of the group or not. I'm glad that they were. I'm also glad that they didn't extend the joke to the two girls, too, because that would have been a little much. Meaning, I'm glad there wasn't duplicate Emma Stone and duplicate Abigail Breslin.
Yeah. But yeah, their characters, the way they interacted with each other, I thought was fucking hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the rules he has and the commandments that he has. I thought that was funny. The Madison character, like, I kind of thought, like, okay, is she going to be playing dumb and then going to turn on them type of thing? But then it turns out, no, she's just that stupid.
Yeah. And I will admit, and I know you're going to say the opposite, because I feel like this is your MO, you're like, nothing ever tricks you or whatever, but I honestly thought she was dead. I thought he actually really did kill her. So I was just like, good, I'm glad she, and maybe that was part of me just kind of being glad that she was gone, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I knew that he shot over her head like I know Rick is about to do in like
that I didn't
5 seconds. Okay, thank God.
No.
But I didn't, I thought honestly we were done with her. I'm like, good. You know, so then when she was back, I'm just kind of like, oh, God. But, okay, it was fine. Then that makes it seem I hated the character, but I didn't.
Like, I had a feeling she was going to come back.
Of course you did.
But then when I heard the shots, I'm like, okay, she's dead.
Okay.
You know? And then I also thought, because...
I will say, not to interject, but I want to say it before you. I will say that the whole time I didn't actually think she was turning.
Yeah,
I thought it did have to do with an allergy of some sort.
Because, like, how prominently they placed her eating the nuts, I'm thinking she's that stupid enough to eat something that she's probably allergic to.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, yeah, she's not turning. She hasn't having a reaction. Which, the part where I was kind of curious, for like, where I thought wasn't sure if she's going to come back or not, like, because when they throw her stuff out of the car, like, it kind of zooms in, not necessarily like a big old zoom, but like, it kind of does show them, like, the camera does show that they left her stuff there.
Right.
So I figured, like, okay, well, maybe, like...
But they also...
I thought something was going to roll out, like an epinephrine pin or something like that, or an EpiPen or whatever they call it.
I get it.
I thought something like that was going to roll out, but I just thought, okay, well, they just probably cut it. You know?
Yeah.
Because they did show it, but it was a pretty quick cut.
Because that would have been funny, too, if he really did shoot her, but the whole time it was just because she was having a reaction.
Yeah, there was no payoff. That's why I thought of, like, oh, okay, then I guess she did turn or whatever.
I mean, the payoff is, like, they showed us enough to make us think that she turned, and then we heard the gunshots, and that was it. Because to me, like... I don't know. She doesn't need to be like, if that was it for her, I would have been totally fine. I'm like, all right, cool.
I just thought too, like, well, like she's been in interviews and stuff too. I'm like, that was it for her character. I'm like, that kind of sucks. But I was glad she was back.
I don't want to say that I was mad that she was back, but I was kind of like, oh gosh. But you know, it was
questionable. But I like her character because.
Her character leaned a little
lucky.
bit. Her character, what?
She's just lucky.
Her character leaned a little bit on the annoying side for me, but.
She was annoying.
I mean, but annoying, not
I think
in
there
the
was
haha funny annoying. For me, I was just kind of like, okay, I'm done with her. But I didn't like completely hate her either at the same time.
But yeah, I really liked her character. The new type of zombies.
Yeah.
Which I thought was interesting.
All the names and stuff too, I thought that was cool.
Yeah, apparently there's like 4 new types of zombies.
There's
the Homer, the Ninja, the T-800, and the Hawking.
Yeah. The T-800 came last though.
That was the last one, yeah. I put them out of order.
Although, you know what's funny, which is fine. Like I feel like the movie does just enough, but I feel like that was part of them updating us on what was going on, but they really didn't make much use of like the Hawking and the Ninja and all that stuff. They just told us about it. I mean, there was one
Hawking,
right, and there was a Ninja too that came under the thing. Yeah, you know, which is fine. But I mean, I almost thought the fact that they took the time to explain all that to us, that maybe there would be more examples of them out in the world. Yeah, the one they played with the most was the Homer. And then obviously the T-800.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked their introduction of these new zombie types. Which, by the way, the intro at the beginning, too, where he's kind of talking about it and, like, updating us, the viewers, I thought was kind of funny too. That line bit, like, we know you have a lot of choices with zombie movies.
With your zombie entertainment.
Yeah. I thought that was funny.
It was, well, dude, like, I can't, the more I think about it, the more I really liked it a lot.
I almost felt like, while watching this movie, like, I didn't hear any chuckles from you. So for a minute, like, I thought you didn't like the movie. I'm like, oh, he's going to hate this movie.
I mean, don't you know by now, like, a lot of times I just don't laugh at stuff. I don't know why. Like, it takes a lot for me. I don't know. Like, it wasn't that I didn't think stuff is funny, but a lot of times I just kind of sit and watch stuff. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, this has been probably told in this podcast before, but, like, the Family Guy movie, and, like...
Oh, shit.
What happened?
I might have pressed the button. Go on.
Oh. What happened, though?
That was good. It was just different screen.
Okay. The Family Guy movie I watch by myself, and generally when I'm by myself, I kind of don't really laugh, you know, like at all, while I'm watching something. Yeah. I do tend to laugh a little bit more in a theater, but a lot of times I'm just kind of taking it in. So if I don't laugh, it's not that I don't think it's funny, but the Family Guy movie, I was watching that by myself, and like the one line in that movie that actually made me laugh out loud is when they're talking. I don't know how familiar you are with the movie or how long it's been, but Stewie talks about, like, they're talking about, like, things that make them happy or excited, and Stewie goes like, the first cut into a fresh piece of construction paper, and then they, ooh yeah, and that was like the one part that made me laugh. But yeah, you can't don't judge my demeanor during a movie.
Because there was some pretty funny stuff there, and I didn't hear anything.
I don't know what it is.
I think maybe once or twice I've heard you chuckle.
Yeah, like, I don't know what it is. Like, I just tend not to necessarily laugh at stuff.
The minivan gag throughout the whole movie. Like, Tallahassee's trying to get either a Winnebago or use his car that he
just
put together.
Something more badass
than a minivan. Like a soccer mom minivan, which... I thought was hilarious that they keep coming back to the minivan all the time.
Yeah.
That was great. At least I think that's everything I wrote down that stood out for me. But
I mean, just all of it. I feel like I honestly just kind of think that they nailed it. They gave you the right amount of everything. They gave you the right amount of new stuff. They gave a right amount of callbacks. Like, I can't think of anything that they did that
the Code Red
that bothered me.
Code Red.
What? I don't remember that.
They poured the Code Red.
But what about it though? What was the joke?
Just the callback to the first.
See, it's been a while. I don't remember.
That was his drink. Like, he would always drink the Mountain Dew Code Red only. Okay. And that's what he served.
See, it's been a bit.
That's what he served.
That's a reason why I could have so now I'll probably have even more fun rewatching the first one, because I'll probably remember or see things that happened in the second one that I didn't notice before.
Yeah.
Did you take notes on this movie?
I just wrote down stuff when the movie finished.
Oh, you did? Okay. Yeah.
Trying to be more proactive.
Good for you.
As far as like the main bits, like, I mean, that's that. But like, there's the ending that we get. Well, there is the thing that Nevada said about her finding out how Bill Murray died.
Right.
You know, and how will kill the person who killed Bill Murray.
Right.
And Columbus is all nervous about it. But Columbus being the voiceover of the movie, the narrator for this, like, tells like, oh, you like the backstory of Bill Murray. So then, like, just like
Day Zero or whatever.
Day Zero, yeah. So we get the flashback for Bill Murray doing his interview for Garfield 3, and how Day Zero looked for him, you know, and the way that plays out.
Just kind of how it all.
It was like
started,
the small little like intercut towards the end of the credits, which I thought was.
I actually, for half a second, I thought they were gonna. I don't know why. Again, it's been a bit since I've seen the first movie, because I know we actually see him die or whatever.
Yeah.
But I actually kind of thought that they were gonna show him get bit or something to be like, oh, see, I wasn't the one responsible for killing him. He actually got bit before.
Oh, that'd been interesting.
I thought they were gonna do something like that, but they didn't. And then it was kind of loud, and he didn't say it very loud. I don't know if, you heard him say, "I ain't afraid of no ghost," right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the closing line, I hate Mondays.
That's a Groundhog Day reference, right?
No, that's a Garfield reference.
Oh, okay.
Garfield hates Mondays.
That's right. It's been a while.
As you can tell, the spoiler's over. We enjoyed the movie a lot.
I really liked it. I wasn't disappointed at all. I know it was going to be... what was the deal with this? Like, wasn't this going to be made at one point? Or maybe that's what I'm thinking of as the TV show stuff. What did I do? What did I do now? LOL and freaking Bryce. I did something.
Oh, the way you drink?
Mm. I don't know what I did. Did I say someone's name wrong? I guess we'll find out. But anyways, I really liked it. It wasn't disappointing at all.
The noise was on our end.
Yeah. Oh, me not getting the references. Oh, okay. Whatever. I love Garfield. I don't know. I just thought maybe it was Groundhog Day. Sorry. I apologize. I'm fired. Huh?
Never seen it.
You've never seen Groundhog Day? Okay, that's fine.